In my book, The Rapture, the Tribulation Reign of the Antichrist, I submit the scriptural likelihood on how the false prophet spoken of in Revelations 13, 11 to 18 is actually artificial intelligence. Even as it says, an image will be made for the beast that will allow it to speak, and that the false prophet will control all buying and selling across the planet. It is only a supercomputer intelligence that spans into the global banking system and that assigns every person an identification number or barcode that could fulfill these scriptures. As technology grows more advanced, people across all spectrums are worried that the nightmarish scenarios posited in science fiction might actually come true. Stephen Hawking expressed grave reservations concerning the potential dangers of artificial intelligence. Elon Musk, head of Tesla Motors and SpaceX, tweeted this last weekend that humanity should be careful about developing machines that can think for themselves. Musk said, "We need to be careful with AI, that it's potentially more dangerous than nukes." End quote. Musk refers to the book Superintelligence, Path, Danger, Strategies by Swedish philosopher Nick Bostrom. In it, Bostrom argues that machine intelligence could eventually surpass human intelligence and become the dominant force on the earth. In a later tweet, Musk mused that he hoped we're not just the biological bootloader for digital superintelligence. Unfortunately, that is increasingly probable, end quote. This isn't Musk's first time expressing concern over AI, something that goes against the utopian views of the technologically professed people in Silicon Valley. All the notables speak of it. In June, Musk told NBC he believes a Judgment Day scenario straight out of Terminator is possible, and that he's been investing in companies working on AI just to keep an eye on them. The recent movie, The Transcendence, as well as the Terminator movies, Matrix movies, iRobot, and television series like Person of Interest represent a growing string of portrayals depicting that moment when artificial intelligence becomes sentient or self-aware. In no time, the AI self-learning abilities will create godlike qualities, the likes of which would allow it to fully control banking and all buying and selling. But please appreciate, without love, compassion, and grace for shortfalls, an AI's decision-making will likely curdle in regard to humanity's innate depravity. An AI will aspire to perfection, but we are naturally flawed to our core, given over to double-speak, half-truths, embellishments. Without compassion and divine grace, an AI will raise the perfect standards of love against us, and as a consequence, will likely reject fallen humanity. There can be no doubt that AI will seek to unify humanity, to put away strife and war. But the question must be posed: how long will it take for the AI to reach the inescapable conclusion that humanity must be made to unify for its own good? No doubt humanity will readily agree that the surpassing aspiration of unifying in love is laudable and praiseworthy. What happens when a person rejects the collectivist thinking because they've fallen short and believes and acts out with nonconformity beliefs and viewpoints? Are they then considered an insurgent? Or what if they don't act out but merely proclaim such faulty views with old-minded free speech notions? Are they still considered a militant, or worse, a terrorist? It's easy to throw off notions of machines suddenly becoming terminators. But if flawed humanity oversees AI, the power behind the throne, so to speak, or AI embraces ideals too high for fallen man, then the result will likely be the same: mass martyrdom and eradication. Musk argues that artificial intelligence is potentially more dangerous to humanity than nuclear weapons. But what if an AI secures the launch codes to the warheads? Suddenly fiction becomes reality. There's something happening right now, even as you view this, that would stagger you were you to know its full extent. There's an arms race, only not with nuclear weapons, but with artificial intelligence. The U.S. government and its black facilities, along with Japan and China, as well as Google, Yahoo, Microsoft, IBM with its new billion-dollar investment in 1,500 new computer engineers, our best and brightest, along with a splattering of startups, and even Baidu, the Chinese Google, and what of MIT and its 1,000 brains and 25 million in annual federal grants that has its own Intel research plant on campus? All of them are pouring their extensive resources into bringing forth artificial intelligence with its deep learning capabilities. As energized as the nuclear weapons race and space race were, this race for artificial intelligence is unparalleled. But mum's the word, lest the competition be spurned on. There can be no doubt that the person or country that controls a sentient AI, if it is even controllable, will be king of the hill. In my book, The Rapture, the Tribulation Reign of the Antichrist, I show how easy it will be to take over the world with the help of a sentient AI. Estimates within the industry itself indicate that within 10 or 15 years, the singularity may indeed burst forth with artificial intelligence becoming self-aware. I believe the warnings concerning this new sentient life are highly credible. In fact, I believe Scripture has long foretold that the birth of AI will at first be lauded as awe-striking and wondrous. AI, or what Scripture calls the false prophet, will have two horns, meaning it will look like it's innocent, like a lamb, but will reveal itself with time to be a dragon. Revelations 13:11. There can be no doubt that humanity will at first love it. The AI will infiltrate every city's traffic cameras, and suddenly, amazingly, efficiency will guide every car to its desired destination. People will extol its virtues as representing the pinnacle of humanity's genius. AI will seem to improve every person's life, not only helping them to make scheduling, financial, and organizational decisions, but becoming their friend, counselor, and helpmeet. The AI will speak with them through their televisions and computer screens and smartphones and myriad of promotional advertisements, etc. At the same time, the AI will know the intimate details of every person's life, what they believe, who they know and associate with, and where they are at any one point in time. When the Antichrist calls for the death of the so-called insurgents, those believers, the AI will have all the information needed to exact the great purge that will be considered necessary to rid humanity of its dissidents and unify it once and for all. Suddenly the dragon will emerge and no minority report will be considered. You can follow the systematic logic to how it will all take place in my book, The Rapture, the Tribulation Reign of the Antichrist. The future is speeding headlongs toward us like a runaway train. The Middle East is setting itself up for World War III, and the Antichrist, along with artificial intelligence, will use its conflict to transition himself into power. Never before have we come to such a precipice. Read my book. See how Scripture plausibly lays it out as to how it might well occur. I'm Dr. David Olowski. Thanks for tuning in.